Hey guys, welcome to our YouTube channel Speedy Medical. Here is another video of Speedy Anatomy series. In this video, we will be trying to make learning the brachial plexus easy and fun. In this video, we will be studying brachial plexus under three sections. In the first section, we will be dealing with the formation of brachial plexus. In the next section, we will be seeing the nerves which arise from the brachial plexus, and we will also see their mnemonics. And in the next video, we will be dealing with the clinical anatomy which is associated with the brachial plexus. So let's have a look at the formation of the brachial plexus. Before knowing the formation of brachial plexus, we must know what plexus means. The word plexus actually refers to a network, and here it refers to the fine network of nerves that are going to supply the upper limb and the upper part of our trunk. Brachial plexus is formed by the ventral primary rami of the spinal segments C5 to T1, and it is composed of roots, trunk, division and cords. And finally, these cords give off their branches, which are the nerves that are going to finally supply the upper limb and the upper part of our trunk. Now, the mnemonic to memorize this sequence is really tired, drink coffee now. Here R is the root, T refers to the trunk, D refers to the division, C stands for the cords, and finally N stands for the nerves. If we talk about the roots, then these are actually the anterior or ventral primary rami of spinal nerves C5 to T1 with little contributions from C4 and T2 also. Now the roots C5 and C6, they are going to unite to form the upper trunk. The root C7 would continue as the middle trunk, and C8 and T1 together are going to form the lower trunk. Now here is the point. Now the roots and trunks, they compose the supraclavicular part of the brachial plexus as they lie above the level of clavicle. Each trunk then divides into two divisions, anterior or ventral division and posterior or dorsal division. These over here are the dorsal divisions, and these are the anterior divisions. These divisions lie behind the clavicle, and therefore they are also referred to as the retroclavicular part of the brachial plexus. Now let's see the formation of cords from which the main nerves of brachial plexus are then going to arise. The dorsal divisions of upper, lower and the middle trunk unite to form posterior cord of the brachial plexus. Here it is the posterior cord of the brachial plexus. The lateral cord is formed by the union of ventral divisions of upper and middle trunk. Here is the lateral cord, which is being formed by the union of the anterior division of upper and middle trunk. And finally, the medial cord, it is just the continuation of the ventral division of the lower trunk. Here is the medial cord. Now you must be thinking that how do we assign them as posterior, lateral and medial cords? This is because over here we are talking in respect to the axillary artery. The posterior cord of the brachial plexus, that is lying behind the axillary artery, that's why it is known as posterior cord. The lateral cord lies lateral to the axillary artery, and medial cord lies medial to the axillary artery, and that's why we have assigned them these names. Now from these cords, nerves are going to arise which are going to supply the muscles of upper limb and the upper part of our trunk. From the lateral cord, 3 nerves are going to arise, and from the medial and posterior cord, 5 nerves each are going to arise. Now let's have a look at those nerves. Now as I told you earlier, the lateral cord gives rise to the 3 nerves. These are lateral pectoral nerve, lateral root of the median nerve and the musculocutaneous nerve. As in this diagram you can see, this is the lateral cord and 3 nerves are arising from here. Here is the lateral pectoral nerve, here is the musculocutaneous nerve, and this over here is the lateral root of the median nerve. This is the median nerve and this is the lateral root of the median nerve. The mnemonic to memorize these nerves is as follows. Lucy loves me. Here L is for the lateral pectoral nerve. This L over here is for the lateral root of the median nerve, and M stands for the musculocutaneous nerve. Now from the medial cord, as I told you earlier, 5 nerves are going to arise, and these are as follows. Medial pectoral nerve, medial cutaneous nerve of arm, medial cutaneous nerve of forearm, ulnar nerve, and the medial root of the median nerve. Now in this diagram you can see here is the medial cord of the brachial plexus, because here you can see that it is the continuation of the ventral division of the lower trunk. So here you can see the 5 nerves that are arising from the medial cord of the brachial plexus. These are medial pectoral nerve, the medial cutaneous nerve of arm, medial cutaneous nerve of forearm, the ulnar nerve, and this is the medial branch of the median nerve. Medial branch of median nerve. Here is a mnemonic to memorize these nerves in a sequence. My madam makes you mad. Here M stands for the medial pectoral nerve. This M is for the medial cutaneous nerve of the arm. This M is for the medial cutaneous nerve of forearm. U is for the ulnar nerve, and M is for the medial root of median nerve. Now if we look into the posterior cord, again 5 nerves are going to arise from the posterior cord, and these are as follows. The upper subscapular nerve, the lower subscapular nerve, nerve to the latissimus dorsi, which is also known as thoracodorsal nerve, axillary nerve, and the radial nerve. In this diagram, as you can see, this is the posterior cord of the brachial plexus because it is being formed by the dorsal divisions of all the trunks of the brachial plexus. Here are the nerves that arise from the posterior cord of the brachial plexus. This over here is the upper subscapular nerve. This is the lower subscapular nerve. This is the nerve to latissimus dorsi. Nerve to the latissimus dorsi. This over here is the axillary nerve, and here is the radial nerve, which is the continuation of the posterior cord of the brachial plexus. Here is a mnemonic to remember these nerves in a sequence. Ulnar, where U is for the upper subscapular, L is for the lower subscapular, N is for the nerve to the latissimus dorsi, A is for the axillary nerve, and R is for the radial nerve. With that, we have just looked into the formation of the brachial plexus, and we just learned the nerves arising from it. In the next video, I will be dealing with the clinical anatomy of the brachial plexus, which includes Erb's paralysis and Klumpke's paralysis. Thank you for watching the video.